The President, His Excellency Adam Barrow, arrived at the National Assembly to attend the funeral service of his late Vice President Barrow Aliou Diouf. Accompanied by the Speaker and his deputy, President Barrow offered prayers for the deceased. A moment later, the coffin of the late Vice President was carried into the National Assembly chambers, marking the beginning of the funeral service reserved for important dignitaries. The Speaker, Honorable Fabakary Tombong Jatta, paid tribute to his former schoolmate, describing him as a true gentleman, friend, and an exceptional leader.
Barrow Aliou was one of those public servants who proved that service to one's country is all about the people, and wanted young people to be as passionate about it as he was all his life. He was forever optimistic.
Then followed eulogies and testimonies from close family members and friends, who all extolled the virtues of the late Vice President, his personality and achievements.
Barrow was a true and honorable husband to Mrs. Fatou Sonko Diouf, and to his sons and daughters, a loving father who worked hard to educate them, nurture them, ultimately instill in them memories, love, values that will sustain them for the rest of their lives.
For his family, these are tough moments as they come to terms with the passing of a husband, a father, and a brother. One of his daughters, Awa Diouf, paid an emotional tribute to her father, whom she described as an exemplary parent who was always there for her children.
He was a true and dignified gentleman, the creme de la creme. And I am not biased when I say that. I mean it because we've lived it. He was an exemplary father, brother, friend, and comrade. I do not grieve as much when I take a look forward and not backward, because I see a bigger replica of what my father has left behind.
The minority and majority leaders of the National Assembly also extended their condolences to the President, his government, and the family of the late Vice President, whilst also praying for God's mercy on his soul. Holding back tears, the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Dawda Jallow, said Barrow Aliou Diouf has contributed immensely to the development of his country, describing him as an outstanding gentleman of exceptional personal qualities.
He has served his country and beyond, and has left his indelible footprints as an educationist, civil servant, international civil servant, and an astute politician. He was an outstanding gentleman who was always so friendly and pleasant. His exceptional quality of humility always stood out, always ready to meet people and listen to them. He was passionate about justice, especially for the poor and the marginalized.
The President, His Excellency Adam Barrow, spoke extensively about the legacy of the late Vice President, saying the Gambia has lost an illustrious son, a national asset, and a dependable cabinet colleague who was always outstanding in his quest to improve the lives of the people.
Barrow was without question a formidable statesman, a scholar by excellence, a talented administrator, and a naturally gifted leader of a rare courage and integrity. He was a compassionate husband, loving father, a trusted friend, and a colleague of many faiths.
As a mark of respect, the President conferred the insignia of Grand Commander of the Republic of the Gambia, Posthumous, on Dr. Barrow Aliou Diouf, and offered prayers for the soul of the deceased.
I pray that Allah blesses his family and gives us the fortitude and wisdom to complete the work we started together and admit him to a lofty position in paradise among the most honored servants of Allah. In recognition and appreciation of the patriotic service he rendered to the nation, I hereby posthumously award His Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of the Gambia, Dr. Barrow Aliou Diouf, the insignia of Master of the Grand Commander of the Order of the Republic of the Gambia, GCRG.
The coffin was then carried out of the assembly to Banyulining, where an Islamic prayer service will be conducted before his later rest at the cemetery. Mamadou Diallo, GRTS News.